cutting fentanyl in their mouths with as much psychopathy between CIA psyops and mutant SP5 products. I bet there is probably cancer in your beer.
What the heck is going on? Welcome to this sick podcast, dude. It's an after dinner nature walk, and hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we're talking about the 7-day mental challenge. What's the 7-day mental challenge, dude? You're nuts. No one has ever completed that. That's crazy. Kids love the zoom in, zoom out. I'm a bioscope buff. If you hadn't noticed, a cinematography genius with the zoom in and the zoom outs. If I did that the entire video podcast, that would be insane. But the kids love it, dude. The kids can't get enough of the zoom in, zoom outs. The 7-day mental challenge is a practice for mental discipline, which may or may not be lacking in the world. Who knows? But the 7-day mental challenge is this. You only can think positive for an entire week. Doesn't matter when you start it. You could start it after dinner on a walk. You can start it before breakfast, after breakfast. It doesn't matter. You just have to start it. And you can't have any negative thinking for an entire week. What's negative thinking, you beautiful and intelligent people ask? Negative thinking is literally like resentment, jealousy, failures, troubles, difficulties. It could come from a coworker gossiping or complaining about something. You can listen. You don't have to like sermon or lecture them like a crazy person. You can listen. Just don't entertain or accept the negative thoughts. The news is like the biggest culprit. That's the biggest culprit of sending out negative, fearful energy. Natural disasters, politics. You can even listen to that in the everyday coercion in life towards fear and negative thinking, but you don't want to entertain it. You don't want to accept it. And if you're asking like, oh, my worldview is so shaky right now, the foundation's so shaky, you don't let outer appearances dictate what reality is. Reality is a beautiful experience. It's remarkable. And if you get through this entire week of the 7-day mental challenge, I think it originated by Emmett Fox, who was a religious dude in the early 1900s. But if you get through the whole week, you have a remarkable new existence. Like you're truly kind of reborn, and you will attract like attracts like. If you're talking organic chemistry, gas chromatography, mass spectrometry, any wet lab chemistry, like dissolves like. In spirituality, like attracts like. And everything you want to manifest will likely occur because you'll be on that wavelength. It's not a selfish wavelength, or like a materialistic wavelength. It's kind of like the Lord's Prayer, which I've been thinking a lot about Jesus. No big deal. So the Lord's Prayer is fascinating. I'll give a zoom in, zoom out for that. It's a fascinating prayer. Every sect, every denomination in Christianity intersects at this prayer called the Lord's Prayer. Jesus was a wizard. He carefully crafted this prayer. It's not even a prayer. It's an organic formula. It's a document that was carefully crafted and withstood the test of time. It literally went through the archaic ages into this present moment. And the prayer is essentially a scientific formula to enter into the spirit or the soul. It's a perfect prayer. And it reminds me of the 7-day mental challenge. It's impossible. No one has ever done that. It's crazy. I mean, like, it's hard to do at first, but I believe if you like honestly give yourself a shot at some mental discipline, remarkable things happen at the end. But if you trip up, or like, you start resenting something, or you have fear, financial insecurity, whatever it is, allow yourself a couple days and then try and restart the process. And I can assure you, it's a remarkable exercise to try and practice, and everything will change. I think if people can, think positive for a week, and that becomes contagious, and then other people, they'll pick that up too. And there's an environmental condition in psychology, even like like really weird psychological phenomenons. Once one starts occurring, a bunch start occurring. So I believe the same thing is true. And this is like an abstract theory I have, but I think the same thing is true with positive thinking. I think if you spread that, a magic happens. And I don't know, give it a try. I'm going to go walk some more.